What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another market update, this time for recent sales for the vintage collection. And before I dig in any further, I want to announce the winners of the two giveaways I had going. The winners are Mark Hewitt and Hipster Doofus. The two of you are the winners for the recent TVC giveaways. Thank you again to Eric B. for kindly donating those vintage collection figures to the channel, and just send me an email at actionfiguregrader@gmail.com with your mailing addresses, and I will get those out to you next week. But we've got lots of good TVC to go through, mainly 1.0 from 2010 to 2012. Lots of really good recent sales here, and I wanted to dig into those further. The first one is an unpunched US card for VC09 Boba Fett. This is obviously the first issue, and it is unpunched. Tougher to find this one. I haven't seen this one for sale recently that much, and it was listed for $250 free shipping, and the best offer that was accepted was $210. It does seem like the vintage collection is way down right now, and for the most part, these prices support that data or support that concept. And, this one was, I think, pretty fairly priced, $210, unpunched US card. It's just not one you see very often, at least lately. So congrats to the winner on that one. Next up was a punched example of Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Revenge of the Sith card, VC16. And it did have some condition issues. It wasn't perfect by any means. It has some card curling, a little bit of damage in the lower right-hand corner on the back, some scratching by the hanger tab. So lots of issues on this one, yet it still sold for $108 and change free shipping. So another data point there for that Obi-Wan Kenobi. Next up was an unpunched General Grievous. That's another really nice one. This one was the retail release offerless, and the US card back, as you can see there. Not a lot of photos there, so it's hard to tell exactly what kind of condition it was in. But it was listed for $200 free shipping, and the best offer that was accepted was $145. And this one has approached $175 to $200 unpunched. But again, you're taking a little bit of a risk here that the item is in good condition, only because there was only two photos, and both the photos still showed the item inside the star case. So, who knows if it's like an 85, 80 plus, 90, who knows? But to me, it looks like probably about an 85 condition, just some light edge wear here and there. But $145 free shipping took that one home. Next up was the foil card back for Clone Commander Cody with the free rocket-firing Boba Fett mail-away. Beautiful example. It looked to be pretty clean overall. He had some close-ups of the blister, but just based on my very untrained eye, it looked to be in pretty good shape. Just some light edge wear, a little bit of card wave to it. That one sold for $168 plus $10.50 shipping. Next up was another Luke Skywalker Dagobah Landing VC44 unpunched, and this one had the dark blue saber. There are two different variations for that saber, either a light blue or dark blue. Card looked pretty clean overall. Here's the back of the card. US card back, again, unpunched, but probably 85 condition, 85 plus. That one sold for $125.99 plus $10.85 shipping. That price is pretty fair. This one kind of creeped up to $145 to $150. But, with prices where they are, they're down just a little bit, but clean-looking card overall. And it looks like maybe, I couldn't tell on the photos, but it looks like it might have one little slight ding on the stem of the blister, just based on that photo there. So $125.99, $10.85 shipping, took that one home. There were a couple of data points for the ARC Trooper Commander. This one was listed for $96, best offer accepted. It was unpunched. It did have some light edge wear. It was the US card back. As you can see, a little bit of damage down there in the lower left-hand corner on the back of the card back, light edge wear all the way around the card. So by no means perfect on that one. That one, again, was listed for $96. The best offer that was accepted was $85 plus $6 shipping. And then here was one that was in better condition, and the price reflected that. Same US card back, unpunched, with the Darth Maul offer sticker on the front, and that one sold for $125 free shipping. So a couple of data points for the ARC Trooper Commander VC54 for those of you looking for that one. Also a couple of data points for Princess Leia in her slave outfit. This one is the retail release with the prototype Boba Fett offer sticker on the front. It was a punched card, and it was also the U.S. card back. That one sold at auction for $217 plus $620 shipping. We saw a couple of data points for a punched example that were around $175 to $185. This one went a little bit higher. It did have a little bit of light edge wear, probably an overall 85 at best. And then this one is the Revenge of the Jedi card back, but this is an unpunched offerless. So this one would be like the one that was in the SDCC Death Star kind of box set, and the price reflected that one as well. That one sold for $292 on 47 bids. Lots of action on that one, plus $7 shipping. So again, that price is still lower than where this has been, earlier this year. I think we documented a couple of ungraded examples that approached $400. So you can say the price is probably off about 25% or so versus the highs earlier this year for VC64 on an unpunched card. But that was the Revenge of the Jedi SDCC Death Star pack-in. Next up is the mail-away rocket-firing Boba Fett VCPO3. That one sold for $160 plus $10.85 shipping. It looked to be pretty clean overall, just some very, very light edge wear, probably an overall 85 plus, and that one also did include the mailer box for those of you that want to have that as well. But that gives you a data point for that one. Next up was Darth Malgus on an unpunched U.S. card back. That one sold for $61 on 14 bids plus $5 shipping, and that price is down a little bit as well. It was kind of hitting $75 to $85 pretty regularly, but that one did sell for $61. A little bit of a card wave, as you can see at the bottom there. So it was by no means perfect, but a pretty good deal, I think, for an unpunched U.S. card back for VC96 Darth Malgus. A couple of data points for Grand Moff Tarkin. This one was an unpunched U.S. card back VC98, and that one sold at auction for $81 on 7 bids plus $5 shipping. And then there was another one that looked to be in about the same condition, maybe slightly better, that was also unpunched with the Darth Maul offer sticker. That one sold for $127.50 plus $10 shipping. So nice tight price range for those of you looking for Grand Moff Tarkin. I'd be curious to see if Hasbro decides to re-release that one with an updated head sculpt. The head sculpt could definitely use an update on that one, but still a great item. I mean, I've got this one in my collection, graded by AFA. I'm very happy to have it, but this one seems to be hovering kind of around $100, $125, but that one did sell for $127.50. Next up was VC100 Star Killer, and this one was a beautiful unpunched card back, very, very clean condition overall. Again, we know that this one's coming back probably later this year, 2023. $162.50 on 10 bids took that one home. And again, that price is down just a little bit. It was kind of hitting $200 to $225 very regularly. It looked like it had on the back of the card back just some very light edge wear on the left-hand side, so that might have kept the price down just a little bit, but still a very clean example, probably an overall 85 is my guess. The front of the card back presents a lot nicer than the back of the card back, but I do love Star Killer, and I would love to see another re-release of that one. Next up was the original release for Shea Vizsla with the Darth Maul offer sticker. This one was the U.S. card back unpunched again, and this one sold for $165.99 plus $10.85 shipping, and that's actually up a little bit. This one kind of creeped back down to the 130s in recent market updates after the reissue has hit the market, but this one did sell for $165.99 plus $10.85 shipping, so that one's bounced back up just slightly. Next up is Lumat, and this one was, I think, on a Canadian card back. Yeah, this is on the multi-language kind of card back with the French and English language, as well as the Spanish, and that one sold for $120 plus $9.40 shipping. Probably a pretty good pickup. I mean, the U.S. card back has kind of dropped back down into that $100, $110 range, but to get the harder to find multi-language card back, I think that was a pretty good buy, unpunched, for $120 plus $9.40 shipping. Next up was the Clone Trooper Lieutenant on the Attack of the Clones card back, U.S. card, unpunched, and that one sold for $102.50 plus $10 shipping. And the same seller also had the U.S. release for the Shock Trooper, unpunched, VC110. That's a really nice item. I've got the Canadian that was very kindly sent to me by James M. Thank you again, James. I love that one. This one sold for $129.99 plus $9.99 shipping. So that seems to be kind of hovering between $110 and $130. This one sold for $140 after accounting for shipping. Next up was a special action figure set with the Imperial Forces. That one has IG-88, Bosk, and a Hoth Snowtrooper. This one was punched, so it was not unpunched, but fairly good condition overall, other than the fact that it was punched versus unpunched. It was listed for $119.49 plus $6.50 shipping, and the best offer that was accepted was $85. So the seller really came down on that one, and this same seller had one that sold for $90. This one did sell for $85 plus $6.50 shipping. Next up, I got a few graded examples before we finish it off with a nice autographed item. This one was an uncirculated 8.0 Jocasta New, so not particularly high grade. 8.0 is not particularly high, but it was unpunched and it was uncirculated, and the price reflected that, $202.50, which, you know, this one has been selling included inside the Brian's Toys exclusive box set for about that price, but to get one graded, admittedly in a lower grade, it was a silver label 8.0 on the modern scale with AFA uncirculated, but $202.50 free shipping took that home. Next up was a UKG 90%, and this one was Dak Ralter. So this one was punched, though, and it was the U.S. card back. It did have some offer paperwork inside, but it did not have the European kind of multi-language warning label on the back. So VC07, and it was a punched example again. That one sold for 160 pounds, which is $192 and change, plus shipping on that one. And then I also had a couple of ATs, or AT walkers. The first one was the Empire Strikes Back Toys R Us exclusive, but the tape that had sealed this one in had come loose. So it was no longer considered mint and sealed box. That one sold for $425 on 3 bids, but it included $99.99 shipping. So $525 took that one home. But you compare that to this one. This one was a mint and sealed box example, pretty pristine overall, and it also included the shipper case, the original Toys R Us shipper case that it came in. But that one sold for $1,000 plus $78 shipping. So almost $1,100 for a mint and sealed box at on the Toys R Us exclusive Empire Strikes Back packaging. Wow, that is a big, big number. But somebody really wanted that one, and admittedly, it was pretty pristine. I mean, the box looked pretty much perfect. There was one very, very slight ding on the lower left-hand corner on the back of the box, but that is really the only damage that I could see based on these photos. So almost $1,100 took that one home. And then finally, as promised, here was an autographed Fennec Shan. Pretty awesome to see one. This one was also had the JSA signature verification sticker in their lower right-hand corner. But you can see that's very clearly signed by the actress that played Fennec Shan in the Book of Boba Fett. Pretty incredible item, and the price was pretty good, I thought. $134.49 plus 11 bids, $6 shipping. That was a pretty great deal in my mind, and congratulations to whoever took that one home. That's all I really had for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.